I'm going to start with a short story. And I love sharing the story when I'm first introduced to a group, because to me, there's a lot of teachings within it. I've heard this story since I was a little kid, and I'll keep hearing the story and I'll still figure out things about my own teachings and my own life within it. This story was passed to me from Basil Johnston, and it's called The Gift of the Stars. A long time ago, a long, long, long time ago. Now, I'm not talking about 50 years ago. I'm not talking about 80 years ago. I'm talking about a long time ago. I live in Toronto, so when I look out my window, I see buildings. I see houses. I see roads. When this story happened, I would look out where I am and I would see creation. I would see nature, trees, meadows, beautiful rivers. I would see the animals harvesting medicines. I would see the birds spreading seeds of creation, singing their beautiful songs. I would see the Anishinaabe, the people, going about their daily activities, washing clothes, making clothes, hunting, harvesting, and also just enjoying creation. Way back then, there was this community. And in this community, there was a wigwam, a lodge, a house. And in this wigwam, there was a family. And in this family, there was a grandmother. And our word for grandmother is nokomis. I want everybody to try saying that. Nokomis.
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 Yeah. Everybody speaking Ojibwe. So cool. Nokomis. Grandma. She had a grandson. That grandson was named Southwind. And Southwind was very young. Southwind was about 6 years old at this time. And during the nice months when the weather was good and the skies were clear, at sunset, Nokomis and Southwind would walk outside of the community and to the top of this big hill. They would get to the top of this hill and they would look up. They would watch the stars. And I got some young children, and I don't know if you guys got young children or nieces and nephews, but around 5 and 6, these young children, they're always asking why. They're so curious about the environment around them. They're always pushing limits, pushing their boundaries. They're trying to figure everything out. They're always why? Nokomis is looking up. Southwind's looking up. Nokomis. Yes, my boy. What are those? Oh, my boy. Those are stars. I'm looking up. Nokomis. What are stars? Nokomis just smiles. Every night during the good months, they would go out to the top of this hill to look at the stars. Still, another night, they're looking up. Nokomis, what are those stars? Oh, my boy. You see, every single light up there, every single star is a baby. It's a beautiful gift. Southwind, kind of confused. Those are babies? Those are gifts? I don't understand. Nokomis just smiles. Then all of a sudden, Southwind sees something. One of those babies, one of those stars falls down to the earth. Southwind's really nervous. Nokomis! Nokomis! One of those babies, one of those stars are falling. They're gonna get hurt. Nokomis, Kawin. No. Kawin, my boy. You see, somebody tonight is going to receive a very special gift. A very special gift of a baby. A woman is going to receive that beautiful gift of that baby. And it's going to bring love and joy to her and to that family. And that will bring love and joy to the community. You know, Southland, looking up. He's trying to figure it out. Okay. So they're stars, they're gifts, they're babies. Nokomis, I don't understand. Nokomis just smiles. Nokomis. Yes, my boy. Am I going to get a baby? Kawin, my boy. Only the woman will receive that gift of that baby. But you'll receive a gift. You'll get a gift too. And it'll be very special to you. Don't worry. Southwind's looking up. He's really excited now. I'm going to get a gift. He's looking up. He's looking up. He's looking. He's looking. Do you know what he got? He got a sore neck. It hurts when you look up that long. Do some stretches. Just take a minute. All right? Seasons come. Seasons go. Winter came in. This winter that came in was really hard. We're so lucky today, especially around the Great Lakes. We're so lucky. Winter is very different now. We have hydro and we have heating. We can store food in our refrigerators. We have dry goods in our cupboards. Back then, it was a different story. Winter was a very serious time. If that family and that community didn't prepare themselves throughout the seasons for the oncoming winter, it could get very tough. This particular winter was very cold. It was very cold. It was a very hard winter. Nokomis got sick. Nokomis got so sick, she couldn't come out of her bed, her bedding. Seasons come, seasons go. The rains came back. That warm wind came back. The ice melted. Spring came back. Southwind's a little older. He's still going out at night to the top of that hill to look at the stars. But Nokomis couldn't come anymore. She was too sick. It was on one of those nights, and he's by himself. He's up on top of that hill. He's looking. He's like, I'm going to get a gift. Where is it? He's getting anxious. I know I'm going to get a gift. Nokomis told me. He would always see stars falling, but they were always so far. They weren't for him. He's getting a little discouraged now. He's like, it's not for me. So one night he's out there watching the stars for a long time. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go back to my wigwam. Kind of disappointed. He turns around and walks down the hill towards his community. And I don't know why, but for some reason, he decided to take a glance over his shoulder and look. And sure enough, he saw a star fall just on the other side of that hill. He's really excited now. He runs up that hill. It's dark. He's looking. He's like, I knew it. I know it's around here. It's my gift. It fell just around here. He's looking really hard. He doesn't see anything. He sees this pond on the other side of that hill. So he walks down that hill to the base of that pond. And he's looking. He's like, I know it's here. Where is it? He doesn't see anything. All he sees are these white little flowers bobbing on the surface of that pond. I know it's here. Nah, he gives up. He goes to turn around and walk back up that hill. But then all of a sudden, he hears this voice shouting to him, "Take me, take me. I'm your gift. I'm your medicine." And he's kind of startled. Like, who's saying that? He's looking. And sure enough, in the center of that pond, this little white flower was calling to him, "Take me. I'm your gift. I'm your medicine." Kind of startled. So he decides to walk in. The pond's not that deep. It's only up to about his waist. He walks to the center and he sees that flower calling to him, "Take me. I'm your gift. I'm your medicine." So he goes to pluck that flower. And as soon as he touches that flower to pluck it, it screams, "Yo, Kawin, Kawin, no. You take all of me, all of me." Kind of confused. Starts feeling underneath the water and there's this huge stalk. And it goes right to the bottom of the pond. Takes a breath and dives under and starts digging at the roots. Took him about 4 tries. He had to come up for air, go back down, keep digging. On that 4th time, he comes up. He walks out of that pond and he's holding this flower and this stalk and this root. And he's confused. This is my gift? This is my gift? This is my medicine? I don't know what this is. As he's walking back to his community, to his wigwam, he gets an idea. Oh, you know what? My nose, my father, spends a lot of time trapping and hunting. He knows a lot about the plants and the animals. Maybe he knows what this is. So he walks into the wigwam and he gives that to his father. And his father takes it, chops it all up, makes a tea out of it, mashkiki, makes this beautiful tea. And then starts giving that tea to Nokomis, who is still really sick. Nokomis spends 4 days and 4 nights drinking that tea. And on the 5th night, Nokomis and Southwind are walking to the top of that hill to look at the stars. Southwind. Nokomis. Yes, my boy. You know, when you were sick in your lodge, you know I was still coming to look at the stars. Nokomis just smiles. It's good, my boy. It's good. Nokomis? Yes, my boy. You know, I actually got my gift. Nokomis just smiles. It's good. Nokomis, I don't think that gift was for me. I think that gift was for you. Nokomis just smiles. No. As is the point with all of our gifts, we are all born with a gift. When we receive that gift, we have to grab it. We have to nurture it. We have to love it. We have to take care of it. But ultimately, we have to share it. We have to share it with our family, with our friends, and with our community. Miigwech. That's the story of the gift of the stars. I got some questions for everybody now. Does anybody know what flower that was? That is the white pond water lily. It's a beautiful flower, and it grows all over the world. I think in continental Asia, they call it the lotus flower. And if anybody's ever seen the water lily, it looks like a star. And if anybody gets the chance to look at a pond full of water lilies in blossom at night with the stars out. It's so uplifting. It literally looks like the cosmos on that water. And within that story, there's some teachings. And I can't give all of it. A lot of it's up for you to keep learning and to interpret. But within that story shows how we are all born with a gift. We all have a gift. I used to think that when I was younger, and a lot of youth think that as well. It's like, no, I'm not good at anything. We are all born with a gift. My gift is I get to create art and share stories. You ask me to write you a thesis or an essay, I'm not that good. You ask me to do advanced calculus or algebra, I'm not that great. You ask me to interpret it visually and those concepts, I can do that. We all are born with a gift. Everybody has a talent. There's a time in our life, usually around the early teens, that we start coming to the realization of that gift. We start finding our talents and who we are. And just like Southwind and that flower, you have to take it. You have to nurture it. But then we all must share it with one another for the love of our community, for the love of creation. I was always told that one of the worst things that an individual, that an Anishinaabe can do is waste that gift. When I share the stories, when I paint and when I draw, I'm trying to honor that gift. I'm honoring creation. I'm honoring my spirit and my place within creation. When I talk about creation, I'm not just talking about the world. I'm talking about the universe, the cosmos, the stars. Even within that story, it tells how we all come from the stars. We're that sacred being that descended from the sky. We are so connected to the world and to the universe around us. Within our body, we have minerals. Our blood is full of iron that was formed. And science is catching up to this. Science is finally catching up to what a lot of indigenous people around the world, not just the Ojibwe, have known for a long time, that we are made up of the same things that the entire universe is made up of. What a beautiful gift. To me, it's so humbling, so humbling. When you give that child that chance to look at the stars, to let their imagination run wild, to question things, to find their place, to find their gift, to find their identity, the cosmos open up to them. They start understanding their place within this long line of ancestry and creation. I don't mean to pick on Janet, but Janet was saying that there was a time when she didn't know her identity. And that's not anybody's fault. That's what colonization has done. That's what the residential schools were there for. And like I said, I'm very humbled and I'm privileged to be able to grow up with that. Very privileged. I don't take it lightly. And I've watched it time and time again. And for myself, when I was given my identity, my spirit name, my clan, my colors, the world opened up to me. And I started really understanding my place within community, family, and creation. I started honoring myself. When we honor and respect ourselves, we honor and respect creation around us. And don't forget, remember Basil told this to me. He would say, Niall, and this stuck with me my whole life, and it burned into my head. And I take this very seriously. He said, Niall, you know what's going on? I'm like, what? Everybody likes to think of the creation story as something that happened a long time ago. We're so disconnected from it. We're not a part of that creation. It's gone. It's over. We just disconnected ourselves from that creation story. When in actuality, the creation story is an ongoing narrative. The creation story is still unfolding. A couple hundred years from now, we're going to be the ancestors. And the people will look back at this time and they'll have stories. So I was always told, how are you going to add to that story? What are you going to do for the creation story? That's why I paint. That's why I share what was shared with me. It's a way of adding to that narrative, loving and respecting that narrative, myself and my place within that. My name is Migize, that bald eagle, white-headed eagle. That white-headed eagle carries the gift and the teaching of love. I am part of that. I have to look with love. Honor myself, honor my spirit. If I don't, I'll get sick.
Thank you so much for this today.
No, thank you for coming and taking that time to actually listen.
Are you kidding me? This has been great. I'm going to put my video back on.
Awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
not about
Hey,
you.
man.
Hello.
Yeah, well, I don't know now. I had so many things to say. Now all of a sudden I feel like I don't know where the words went. You know, I teach music and I teach biology. It occurs to me that like, you know, the way we teach our science and teach the biology, it's, I mean, there's a lot of power in it, but then also it's still got that kind of sense of negating other things in it. And I try not to do that, but I don't know. There's just a comment. Yeah.
I've always been drawn to plants and medicines and the effects on the body. And then also the other, I guess, methodology of looking at it and pedagogy of looking at it as a spirit and as its own individual being. And people ask me all the time, they're like, Niall, how did you learn so much about the medicines? How do you know so much about the plants? Different things like that. And I guess even within the story of the Gift of the Stars, we're learning about those. It's in our stories. Our ancestors have been passing this down for thousands of years. And modern medicine is just catching up to what our nations have known for so long.
Yeah.
We look at the White Pond water lily root. I think about 5 or 6 years ago, they finally started investing like some serious research dollars into studying that plant and the effects on the body. And they're starting to find out that it's not only anti-tumor, that it also can help post-menopausal osteoporosis.
Wow.
Within elderly women. And people ask, they're like, isn't that a man? I'm like, yeah, you know what? We knew that. Hazel told me that. Grandma told me that.